Welcome to the Mucked Up My Self-Care podcast.
I'm Jill from New York.
And I'm Linda from Tasmania.
We are two moms from opposite sides of the world who are living, demonstrating, and helping moms across the world build their self-care asset bank.
Ready to dive in? Messy, interrupted, imperfect, and most of all mucked up. Let's get going.
Hello.
Hi.
Here we are. Let's get going.
Yes.
We're trying to pep us up, like when we're just sometimes got so much life happening. But it's always so good to join you and see your face, Jill, no matter what's happening.
Yeah, our intro song is such a great ramp on. I'm glad we get to play it instead of adding it after the fact. So
yeah, I know. It is really good. Yep. So as many of you may know, if you've been listening along, we start our episodes with highs and lows of what's been happening in our world, because we know there's many different aspects to motherhood and self-care, and many ways we're mucking up and down and round and sideways and everything else as well. So yeah. Do you want me to start, Jill, or are you good to go?
Yeah, you go ahead and share first, Linda.
Okay, all right. I will start with my low. It's freezing. Like, seriously freezing.
You're on your way.
I know. It's like the middle of spring and there's snow on the mountain. It was actually snowing at our house today.
Oh, wow.
It wasn't actually landing, but it was actually snowing and hailing today.
Oh my God.
And it's meant to get down to 3 degrees Celsius tonight as well. 2 degrees, 3 degrees, which means it'll probably actually feel like about 0.
Wow.
And today's high was only 10.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't convert it quick enough, but it's cold. It's really cold.
Yeah.
I'm like, no wonder we're all getting sick.
It's fall here, and it was warm the last 2 days. Like
what is happening?
No jackets, warm.
Mm-hmm. I know. And then it's meant to be, 25 on Saturday. So go figure. No wonder we're getting sick, because the temperature just fluctuates up and down and can't make up its mind. So anyway, yeah. And a high for me is just, we've definitely had a bit of extra time this weekend because of sickness, and it was a extra long weekend down here for public holidays and stuff. So have been really trying to have some downtime at home and chill out, and trying to just get out in the garden and read and everything else like that. So that has had some benefits as well. Yeah.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Highs for me. We're in the middle of Halloween season. We call it spooky season, Declan and I. So he's loving spooky season. Each year he grows increasingly more fond of going around and checking out for spooky decorations and all of the things that we get to do. So it's been like one party after another as we come around the corner to the actual holiday, but it's also getting me quite excited for the holiday season and ramping down and stuff. So just getting to spend these moments, even though I'm like kind of pained into like, I do not want to keep driving around looking for more houses to go see if they have stuff up. I'm also at the same time just enjoying his joy in getting to find the way he goes, look, there's another one, go down that street. And we're practicing our lefts and rights because he's go this way. And I'm like, I have no idea which way you're pointing. It's dark. And you're behind me.
Yeah. Hold your hands up. Which one makes an L? Like, that's what I've been trying to say. Yeah.
He's still backwards on his L, but he's getting really good with it, with the left and right. So this is forcing him into it.
Yeah. Okay. Excellent.
And then my low is still the stuff going on with my dad's health, and I spent the day yesterday with him, well, the afternoon. I spent the morning finishing up some projects that we needed to get done before it gets too cold at their house. So like winterizing the trailer and installing some things. So that's done. They're prepared. But I spent a couple hours with my dad, and it was just, it's a lot. Brings a lot of things into perspective. And just starting, I've been in what my therapist calls anticipatory grief for the last year and a half. And it's just the hurry up and wait of waiting out what cancer does to us if it doesn't get healed. And then it just brings all the emotions. And here we are when his last days or weeks, and the uncertainty of it all just brings so much fear. And it's really just hard to sit by someone and be comfort and not know the right things to say or do. So
I'm so sorry.
All good. We're going to talk a little bit about self-care during these moments, because sure as heck know that I'm needing it. And resulting back to, our list, and we keep talking about it, Linda, our list of simple things, because these seasons are so hard.
So hard. Oh my gosh.
I had to tell you this morning as we're trying to figure out what to record. I'm like, just pick something. Because the decision making stuff is part of that too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And why? Because self-care can feel selfish when others have got it so much harder around us, or others are just in different situations, and there is the comparisons that we make, I think, which then feed into guilt and shame and all sorts of other big emotions. When we've got so much going on, and just the anticipatory.
Yeah.
Yep. It's like Yep. It's a yucky word to say, let alone deal with. Just that alone, it's so much out of our control and out of our zone of self-care, and so very dysregulating, and also hard to plan around, because there are some days where I'm sure you just have to drop everything and go, well, the plans need to go out the door. And then it's so tricky to navigate. Do you want to talk a little bit about it, or whatever you feel comfortable with?
Well, it makes me think that you and I have two totally different situations going on, and we both are most likely having these guilty feelings of us being selfish when it comes to self-care. I do want to talk a little bit about, the things that are making me feel this way, and, an example of what is happening. But also I think of you, and, you're alone right now and caring for 4 children, and you still need self-care, and you put it on the back burner. And I'm sure you have messages from people who are saying, don't forget to take care of yourself, but how are you fitting that in? How are you making sure everyone else is taken care of so you can take care of you? It does allow us the space to think that we're being selfish for putting ourselves first when there's no one else to share that burden of responsibility with.
It's
How are you navigating that?
I take a lot of shortcuts, and on some things, I think we've talked about this before in an episode. I'm sure we have. I've completely scrapped pajamas, so we don't. taken that out completely of our day. They often will sleep in their school clothes for the next day, and that, you know, they're not unkept or dirty or anything like that. So sometimes they'll just change into a clean shirt the night before, and then they wake up and they're ready. And that, just by sacrificing the pajamas, if they want to wear that pajamas, they can, if it suits the timeline that we have. I'm not like, there are certain days where
no more pajamas.
yeah, like, burn them.
Take a step out of the hard and
Mhm.
just be ready.
Yeah. And I just, like, there will be days where they'll get into their pajamas, but they might get into their pajamas at 3 p.m.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, fine, great. Now,
Comfy clothes.
because it was causing so many arguments. It was taking such a long time
Yeah.
to do, because it was like, right, put your pants on. And then someone would be running around the house half naked going, no, because they're too tired to put their pants on. And like, so I sacrifice those sort of things, and I do take shortcuts. There are times when we will have porridge for dinner because I've been busy reading or writing or something like that and just lost track of time. Like, wow, okay, everyone's starving now. I will also often have to say, right, today I'm going to read or something like that. And therefore, I know that the house is going to be messier than I am comfortable with and messier than usual.
Yeah.
And so setting myself up before, rather than looking up from a book and going, oh my God, because it's one or the other. You can't actually have both. And so that still catches me by surprise, because I do think sometimes that I can have both. That's just a really unrealistic expectation, though, as well. So lots of shortcuts, lots of sacrificing one for the other, and just saying it's this or that. And I can't always choose self-care over the dishes. I also have to realize that, because if I had it my way, I probably would always choose self-care over dishes. Like, so I still need to be a responsible adult in some
Right.
respect, right? But I still have to I still do feel selfish if I've not felt like I've been productive enough in the day, or if I've read too late in the night and then tired the next day.
Yeah.
I still feel like I'm being selfish. So work in progress, of course.
I feel it. Yeah.
Yeah. What about for you, Jill?
Well, right now, because Declan is so involved in most of my self-care anyway, he's so sweet. Yesterday he was playing with my little popsicle sticks with the self-care written on them. He's like, can we do one of these tomorrow? I was like, definitely, dude. We're all for that. But I'm constantly reminded by people like my sister and a good friend of ours, like, stop beating yourself up about things, because you got to make sure you're taking care of you too. And right now, with my dad being as he is, and this time we got to spend yesterday gave me a lot of insight onto like where I might be lacking in supporting him in care, or gave me actually some more encouragement that I might need to step up how I can care for him as well. He's got, he is at home. He's with my mom and my sister in their house. And, I have my whole family, and everyone's like, you have a family to take care of. Make sure you're taking care of your family. And, people are, we figured out what our priority is. And I've been given the question, you have to figure out if family is your number one priority, who is that family that you are prioritizing? Does it include this person, that person, or the next? And in this moment, it's like, it does feel like it needs to extend past the family I created with my husband and my son and go into the family I'm blood related to too at this point. So that feeling like I'm being selfish for not stepping in to take care of them versus being told to always be taking care of myself, that it's, you gotta make sure you take care of you too. I'm like, I'm not doing enough to need to take care of myself at the moment, other than, like acting like everything is still the way it is. Like there's a piece of my family that is suffering, it feels like, and I'm not on that same level as them to warrant to need self-care right now. Like they are needing the self-care. So I'm like, I need to give them a break to make sure that they are taking care of themselves. And so that's what we do as moms, is going back to that of, making sure everyone's taken care of first before we take care of ourselves. And it's harder when it's your parents that you're doing that for instead of them doing for you.
Yeah, and I imagine, Jill, that in your situation, in a way, your parents have their own sense of guilt in that
calling on me for
help. Like they feel like in some ways they're put back in the child role, especially as your dad needs extra help with extra things that he used to be able to do. And so it's like this sandwich.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So tough. And they probably feel selfish for requiring the help.
Yeah.
For not being able to do things themselves the way that they used to be able to. Just as much as we feel that way in our situations, but.
And interestingly, you'd probably say to them, "Oh, no, you're not being selfish. Like it's fine."
Yeah,
but it's harder to say that to ourselves.
Yeah,
as well.
Yeah. Anyway, heavy stuff. Sorry.
I don't think there's an answer, because when self-care does feel selfish, there's many more layers to just those words alone. Lots of unpacking to do.
Yeah, and it just keeps me thinking, though, like, how can what are some other ways that we can eliminate that feeling of guilt with selfishness, and can we combine our self-care somehow? Like, yes, I do think we need to have self-care alone. Like, it's working on ourself and caring for us as an individual, but also we're such connected beings that a lot of the things that we do for self-care end up being with others. So like in our case as moms, where are we able to do things with our kids that are self-care, where we're not feeling like it's putting ourselves first, and changing that mindset so that way we can still be having our cup filled in some way. And then in my case, like, what can I do maybe with my dad that's going to be self-care, not just for me, but also for him? Or is it with my mom and my sister, who are there most times and I'm not? What can I do with them to get our self-care cups filled?
Yeah, that's a huge question.
Yeah.
Because as you said earlier, you're at such different stages and needs and levels of life as well. But surely there's something there. That's
Yeah.
Keep us updated on that and see how
Yeah.
it goes. Mhm. Yeah. So if you have been listening along and do have the guilt of selfishness when self-care comes along, I definitely love you to reach out. We have all our details in the show notes and a simple guide if you're feeling stuck or mucked up or all the rest of it.
Mhm.
Mhm. And as always, Jill, just absolutely love having these conversations. It's a great way to start our week with the
Yep.
recording. And yeah, thank you for listening along as well.
Yeah. Thank you, Linda. And thank you, listeners. Well, until next week, then.
We hope you can unstuck your muck.
Bye.